What is intersectionality and how this powerful framework, I'm back. I think my Wi-Fi just went out, but yes, welcome. My name is Marissa Price. I am a Black woman social worker, healer, freelance educator. And this channel is dedicated to supporting the healing and community building of Black women and femmes on our collective journeys of getting free and realizing the different ways that systems of oppression have impacted us throughout our lives, which is what we're going to be talking about today. So if you are here live, let us know as always in the chat so we can say hello. If you are watching the replay, please comment below. Like this video if you like it, and please subscribe to my channel for future videos like this. But yes, what is intersectionality? So intersectionality, I do have a definition. Let me put it up here. So it is the interconnected nature of social categorizations such as race, class, and gender as they apply to a given individual or group, regarded as creating overlapping and interdependent systems of discrimination or advantage. And so you'll see on the thumbnail, like these different systems of oppression, how they overlap, right? Based on the multiple identities that all of us hold. That can really inform how we experience systems. Yeah. Hey, Lydia. Sorry. Yes. Welcome. This can really inform how we experience systemic oppression, right? The more identities that we have that fall in the marginalized identity category, the more oppression we'll likely face in the society that is literally built on systemic oppression. And so how can we understand that to help heal ourselves and reclaim our authenticity along this journey? Yes, y'all. Welcome if you're joining live. Please say hello so we can say hello to you back. But yes, that is the definition. Let me put the first one up here again. And let me know how y'all are doing. I wanted this to be kind of like a community discussion because just learning the term intersectionality, I think, has like really changed my life, right? And this was coined way back in 1989 by, again, Kimberlé Crenshaw, who is a law professor, as a way to help explain the oppression that Black women face specifically. And misogynoir is another term coined by Moya Bailey. It has helped me also understand like how specific systems of misogyny are directed and aimed at Black women. So yes, those two terms have been pivotal to healing and reclaiming my authenticity and understanding different experiences throughout my life, right? And how these systems have literally like overlapped to impact how my life has gone so often. So yes, intersectionality, and I'll put misogynoir up here as well. I think I'm in all the sections. Yeah. And I think just like understanding that, right? And I do have a graphic up here that I can show. But yeah, the wheel of power and privilege, and this was created by Sylvia Duckworth. But just to see this kind of explains intersectionality in a nutshell, right? The closer you are to the center of power, the more privilege, the more power that you will have. And the farther out from this, like, right, the center, the more oppression you will likely face in the society. And so our identities cannot just be like one dimensional, right? Because we hold multiple identities as people navigating this world. And so how can you use a model like this to help you reclaim those parts of yourself, right? That these systems have told you there's something wrong with you, that you're flawed, right? How can you like understand what's happening so that you can externalize the treatment that you're experiencing and reclaim those sacred parts of yourself, which I talked about with Vicky on my last live, right? A lot of us don't even realize, because we have experienced oppression, how sacred these parts of ourselves are. And so understanding a model like this can really help you tap into that, right? And reclaim the magic of who you are. Yeah. So yeah, this might be helpful to understand. As you'll see here, like the center of power, right? We see citizen, cis man, English, rich, owns property, Slim fat phobia is huge, right? Body size when it comes to systems of oppression, mental health, neurodiversity, sexuality, ability, education, skin color, citizenship, gender, language, wealth, housing, all of these different areas, right? So if you like think about your experience, navigating life, navigating society, what have your experiences been and how have they been informed by the different systems and how they've overlapped to create your experience, to tell you, right, what category you fall into or how valuable you are. So this can be really powerful for that. Yes, let me get to my notes. Yeah, so again, Kimberlé Crenshaw, a Black woman law professor, coined this term 1989 to explain Black women's experiences with discrimination specifically, right? Our experiences cannot just be explained through the lens of race. It has to be expanded through gender, right? Sexuality, class, ability, all of these different things and how they intersect and overlap can tell you, right? Oh, this is why I had this experience. This is why I was marginalized in this environment versus feeling like it's something wrong with you. And that can be really healing. Oh, thank you for this. I appreciate that. Thank you and welcome. Welcome. Yeah, so this term can be really healing, right? To have a wheel like this, even if this is helpful to refer back to, so that you can see, oh my gosh, was that experience that I had, right, 10 years ago? How can I now view that through the lens of the different systems of oppression, how they were impacting my experience during that, versus feeling like something was wrong with me, that I needed to fix, right? That I needed to put myself in this box that society creates for us that we don't consent to be in. So that can be really healing. And this is just another form of the model that may be helpful, right? You'll see the center of power. How close are you to the center of power? That's going to inform your experience. And how far away are you as well, right? So the more marginalized identities are on the outer rim of the circle, right? And then the closer to the center of power you are, you're going to have more power. You're going to have more privilege. And that is what intersectionality really teaches us to be aware of as we're interacting in life. So models like this, right? Intersectionality can help us understand, for instance, our experiences in the workplace, which I talk about a lot. Again, it's not just race that we can view our experiences through, specifically as Black women, right? We have to take into account all of these different things and how they're overlapping. I have heard, right, Black women being discriminated against in the workplace due to age, due to ability, right? So you can't just view your experiences through race. How are these other systems impacting how people are treating you and the value that you're being assigned, maybe without even your knowledge, right? Which is not fair. But it can be really helpful to understand how they're intersecting, how they're overlapping, and then where you might fall in these different circles that intersectionality lays out. So yes, so oppression, right, teaches us these really harmful internal narratives that may be floating around in our brains that we might not even be aware of. We might not even believe we're worthy of things, right? That we're valuable. If, again, your identity may fall in some of these marginalized areas that are laid out on this model, right? Could you now be telling yourself this internally? Because society has told me that I fall on the outside of this, right? I'm not close to the center of power and privilege. So this is all I deserve. And how can you reject that narrative internally? Just because it's like what society has taught you, you deserve, you can always push back against that internally. That's the power that you have. Yeah, so some different ways that intersectionality can help us heal. Self-reflection is huge, right? So identifying how different aspects of your identity have shaped your experiences. Taking time to become aware of these things can be really helpful. Naming and validating your experiences, so not gaslighting yourself, not blaming yourself, not shaming yourself, rejecting that and literally putting that blame back on the system. As we see, the system has told us what we deserve. It has told us that if we're not close to the center of power in any of these categories, then we're less valuable, then we're less worthy, then we don't deserve protection. And so it's literally doing the internal work to reject, right, these narratives that can be swimming inside our heads and we may not even be aware of them. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's true. Other ways can help you reclaim your narrative, which I'm going to be talking more about. The power of you telling your own experiences versus someone else telling you what you should experience, what you should feel. Right? It's taking your power back. It's redefining who you are on your own terms versus, again, being told who you should be, right? What you should come to expect, like based on your position in society. And that can be healing. Lastly, it can help you build a support system. So the more that you recognize, right, that you may have identities that fall in these more marginalized categories that society has deemed, you can connect with other people who may be experiencing the same thing to validate what you're experiencing, right? No, you're not making it up because other people have also experienced the same thing. That's the power of community knowledge sharing, right? Affirming your full self and entering into communities that validate that for you, reflect that back to you is very important. Okay, y'all. Okay, I think this is going to be a quick video today, but this is Intersectionality 101. Again, if this model is helpful for you, please refer back to this as you kind of examine, comb through your life experiences, understanding where you may fall within these different parts of the circle that's laid out here, right? Closer to the center of power or farther away, right? Closer to privilege or experiencing marginalization based on the different identities that you have that overlap, right? Because these systems of oppression intersect. And that is the basis of intersectionality, again, coined by Kimberlé Crenshaw in 1989. So giving her flowers. Yes, y'all. But I hope this video was helpful. Again, if you're watching the replay, please comment below. This resonates. Please like this video. And please subscribe to my channel. Thank y'all so much for being here. Until next time, y'all. Thank you.